I start the recording now, all right? Basically, we are still in the trial basic for the first 8 lessons. And then let you feel how is it. The reason is actually, if let's say, like what Yung Sin said, you want to proceed the journey, this could be a very long journey. I think for Celia, they really enjoy the journey, but it's very long until when to finish. But basically, I think it would take about 1.5 to 2 years in order to truly complete the way to Buddhahood. But it's worth. The reason why we have to establish the class, the reason is first, this way to Buddhahood will build a very strong foundation to all of you. And what Mr. Leong said, and also Yi Shen, they noticed that in Malaysia, I mean, we got 3 vehicles, which is Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. Well, by joining the class, you will understand, okay, basically we don't really understand what is the teaching of the 3 vehicles. If let's say you just go to join the temple only, you are getting more confused. So sometimes they do have some contradiction between each other. Yeah, contradiction, okay. So sometimes they have the similarity. And if you go there, they are 2 of them are very unique. Even though you just go to the Mahayana itself, different Mahayana temple, they have a different culture and a very unique background. So you get confused, you see. So that's the purpose why you come and join the class. We understand it from the theory in the very first place. So once we understand the theory, then, I mean, from here, we get started. Okay, and then we know the theory differences, all right? Then we can know it better for the Dharma. Yes, yeah, Guan San, where are you? Yeah, you are the last one to introduce yourself, and Helen, yeah, last one.
Sorry, everyone. I was trying to figure out how to unmute my mic, but unfortunately, I can't find the solution. So I just switched it to my iPad. Okay, so just now, Sifu was asking, why are we here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
yeah. So why am I here is because firstly, because I want to understand further from my first graduation from Sifu class, the beginner for meditation. So I suppose this is a second class, or is a level, is a second level, yeah. Right? So that's why I'm here. And secondly is because I think I want to learn something from here. Why? Because I believe that in our life we have so many doubts. We have a lot of problems. We have a lot of issues that we may not able to solve it, and a lot of things which involve emotions, right? And then it will definitely affect our life, right? So I hope that this class will bring not some, but a lot of guidance in my life. So that's why I'm here. I'm really excited about this class. I want to learn everything that I can.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, are you sure you start getting excited before knowing the class yet? Okay, well, anyway, okay, one thing is maybe what is your need in the first place? I mean, you got 2 needs. The first need could be fulfilled. Hey, second need, I think you come to the wrong class already, you know. If let's say you really wish, I mean, to settle all the emotional challenges, actually you should join the Friday class also, because we are going to teach a lot of energy exercise day, you know. That one is really to fulfill this need. Here is more theoretical. So Guan San, if got time, maybe you can try the Friday class. Since you graduate, you are eligible for the Friday class. Okay, so I'll let you know first. It's very theoretical actually. Yeah, how about Helen? Hey, why you sit there? How can you?
Hi everyone. Hi Sifu. Okay,
yes.
My name is Helen. So I joined this class because I want to learn more about Buddhism.
And I found out that the previous class, the meditation class, I learned a lot from them. And then I also learned how to control my emotion. This is part of it.
Oh, okay. So Helen, are you sure? Are you hugging pillow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So everybody say hi with them. Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah. Which one intake are you? Were you? Helen and Guan San? Do you see any friend here? Which one intake are you?
Any friend
We
here?
were with Martin.
Martin?
Oh, Martin is the intake number 5 lah, right? It's the 5th intake lah, huh? So you don't see any friend here? Nobody?
No, totally.
No.
Totally stranger here lah, huh?
Stranger, right?
Okay, no problem. You will do recapitulation later on, then you will know each other. Okay. All right. So let me start the class now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So class, let's take a look at. Okay. This is the books we are going to go on through. This is the way to Buddhahood. It's by a Chinese, a Chinese monk as the author of Venerable Yin Sun. Okay. So class, let's take a look. This is the cover. All right. So basically, this is the face of Reverend Yin Sun. This is the Reverend Yin Sun. Reverend Yin Sun, age about 100 something. If he's still alive now, okay. He passed away, I think about 10 years ago. Okay. He is an important figure in my heart. The reason is I graduated from the Buddhist Association, and he was the founder from the Buddhist Association in Taiwan. He is considered a Greek scholar, and the standard can be equivalent to the Japanese scholar. The reason is he was able to finish our Chinese Tripitaka, which is 100 volume for 5 times. Okay, so he composed this book lah. You can say he compiled these books, The Way to Buddhahood. After discussion with another monk, the name you call it Fa Zhun Fa Shi lah. Fa Zhun Fa Shi was sent by his teacher Tai Xu Da Shi to Tibetan Buddhism in order to learn the course from the Tibetan Buddhism, and he finished really the Lam Rim. Lam Rim is also quite famous if you really understand the Tibetan Buddhism. And he discussed with Reverend Yin Sun. So the Venerable Yin Sun very enlightened from the Lam Rim. So from Lam Rim, he wrote another book, I mean, quite similar with similar style, which is The Way to Buddhahood here. So it's going to guide you from very late man until, to enlighten as a Buddha. Everything is very clear and details, okay? So since most of you are graduate from the meditation for beginner, there's partial of the meditation for beginner. It's the excerpt from especially the chapter number 4 about the meditation part. So I use it now as our teaching. Basically the whole thing we can get from this book. Then let's take a look. And from the left part, you're able to see the part 1 is the preliminary, all right? And the part 2 is the divisions of the teaching, all right? And then number 3rd one is the Dharma common to the 5 vehicle. Number 4 is the Dharma common to the 3 vehicle. And the number 5 is the distinctive Dharma of the great vehicle. So we'll try the preliminary in the first place, okay? For the 8th lesson, okay, we can do in this way lah. So about we're about to finish the first lesson. The chapter 1 is about the taking refuge to the triple gem. Then we try to evaluate. Okay, if feel good, we proceed to the 2nd chapter. We feel good, then we proceed to the 3rd chapter. Because the further we go, the longer time you need to spend on the theory itself. Okay, basically, if you finish the way of Buddhahood, you can say that you almost get the, you get the core value from the whole 100 Tripitaka. You can say so. Because the whole books is written by quoting a lot of references from the 100 volumes of the Tripitaka, especially the Taishu Tripitaka. So this is my introduction for this, all right. Okay, then from here, let's take a look. We'll go to the preliminary. Okay, the notes I sent to you, I have already deleted a lot of unnecessary thing. I think now. So now directly we'll go to the number chapter 1. There's a translator acknowledge. Okay. Now we go to the introduction. Okay, so we start with the part 1, the preliminaries. Okay. Sorry. We don't see 26. Let me see first.
Sifu, you didn't give us all from the front, right?
Yeah, no need. It's not necessary you get all from the front, but begin from here, right?
Yes,
Taking
yes.
refuge in the three treasure. Okay.
Correct.
Yes, okay. So Kamling, can you please read it out first? Taking refuge in the three treasure. Okay.
Taking refuge in the three treasures. To study Buddhism means to learn from the Buddha. One takes one takes the Buddha as one's ideal and one's mentor and learns from him incessantly. When one reaches the same level as the Buddha, then one has become a Buddha. The Buddha is the great awakened one, the great compassionate one, the one with perfect and complete virtue, the ultimate and unsurpassed great sage. For an ordinary person with little good fortune and no wisdom, reaching this supreme and unsurpassed state of Buddhahood from practice and study is difficult. But by practicing and studying the necessary methods and by following the right way to Buddhahood, one can reach the goal of Buddhahood. Only in this way and without skipping any steps can one advance to this distant and profound goal. The methods necessary to become a Buddha are known as the way to Buddhahood. Because beings have different abilities, the Buddha Dharma has different ways. The way of blessedness and virtue, the way of wisdom, the difficult way, the easy way, the mundane way, the supra-mundane way, the way of Sravaka, the way of Bodhisattva, and so on. But ultimately, there is only one way. All of these ways are nothing but methods to become a Buddha in order to open up and make manifest the Buddha's knowledge and insights to sentient beings, so that they can also apprehend and attain the same. Thus, we have the saying, one way to one purity, one flavor for one emancipation, and many doors exist for tactful reasons, but only one path runs to the origin. The way to know Buddhahood is like a long river that has many streams, lakes, and rivers flowing into it. Together they flow into the ocean. In the same manner, all doctrines are nothing but the way to Buddhahood. Therefore, the Buddha Dharma is called the one vehicle, way in the Agama Sutra and the Lotus Sutra.
Okay, thank you so much. Class, please ready marker so we can do the highlight. Yeah, the footnote number 1, is there anyone can check for me what's the references? Who got the book 1? Okay. Yeah, Sally, what is the reference for the footnote number 1?
SS1.
Oh, SS1.
Mm.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so class, basically, you see here mentioned regards difficult path, easy path, mandate way, supra mandate way. Normally, people come to learn the Buddhism is due to the problem. Actually, this is frankly speaking. Why? Especially for those who have problem. I mean, maybe in your business, they can't. They can't get the payment according to the time. Maybe due to some human relationship. Okay. Well, and also maybe especially for how should I put it? And especially for our grandmother, if they wish the whole family be safe and in a good way, so they will come to the temple. This is meaning to say that they come and learning. They come to the Buddhism with the purpose, and the purpose basically is always about their business, the safety, all right, and also maybe some family member they got some illness, so they come to the temple. This is a very common way people come to the temple. But the way as what you do, so just sit down for a Dharma class from chapter A to Z. It's not that many, because you are all more like an intellectual way to learn the Buddhism. All right. Well, as what we studied just now, they say they got a mandate way, supra mandate way. Basically, the mandate way meaning to say that you come to fulfill your mandate purpose. Okay, so this is reason why meditation for beginner is popular and common. It's very popular class because all people come for stress reduction. All right. But for the supra mandate way meaning to say that the person is in their old age, like Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong, they come more for supra mandate because they hope that maybe I have to prepare for my next life. So they will more come for the supra mandate. Okay, and if let's say you come to learn the Dharma, have you ever heard about that Western Pure Land? All this Pure Land you heard about, right? If let's say it's a Pure Land, basically we categorize it as an easy way. Easy way. But if you want to learn from Shakyamuni, that is the difficult way. So that is what mentioned just now. Well, no matter what way is it, according, the author, that he tried to guide us to Buddhahood. Not as a Sravaka. Sravaka meaning to say that basically most of the Buddhists who stay at the Theravada country, they more focus, they more aim for, the Sravaka as a Sravaka. Okay, and they don't aim high as a Buddhahood. The reason is due to their teaching. All right, but here according to the Lotus Sutra, the author tried to guide us to become a Buddha. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's go through chapter number 4 and 5. After chapter 4 and 5, you can decide whether you want to become the Sravaka or you want to become a Buddhahood. Basically, if a real Buddhist, they will choose what they can choose either as a Sravaka or as a Buddha. Okay, for Sravaka, meaning to say that you are quite eager for being liberated, maybe this life, and you notice that the samsara is very painful. The samsara is very painful. So you just want to get away from the samsara. All right. But as a Buddhahood, it's a little bit different. Buddha aims, Buddha also work hard for enlightenment. Okay, to get away from the samsara. But at the same time, he hope to bring the people, the people together with him. One goes off from the samsara. He try to save people at the same time. So there's a difference. But in order to become a Buddha, it's not that easy. You take plenty of time, and you have to endure, with all the living being. Well, it's not easy because Basically, everybody is working here. I think you feel quite hated, especially deal with the human issue. Am I correct? Oh, am I correct? They say people noting. Okay. Is there anybody found that dealing with human issue is more difficult than the job yourself? Please put up your hand. Which one is more hated? You see, most of you agree. You see, okay. You see, you feel quite trouble with the human, right? But it doesn't matter. People also feel that you are very troublesome, also, right? If you feel trouble, people also feel that you are very trouble. You see, everybody is a trouble. So you see, in order to become a bodhisattva, to become Buddhahood, it's not easy. It's in this part, okay? So just roughly let you know that. Okay, class. If let's say you wish to become, we got two sutra here. One is Agama Sutra, one is the Lotus Sutra. Okay, if let's, basically the Agama Sutra is from the Mahayana tradition. So let me try to, show you where do you get the Agama Sutra. Okay, if let's say you put Agama Sutra, you have to be put to you have to search from the C peta. So Agama Sutra means the Zha Han Jing. Yeah, this is Agama Sutra. Okay, this is where the original text, the author referred to Agama Sutra. Basically, the authentic sutra, you were able to see the translator. This is the name of the translator, Gunabhatra. So I guess Gunabhatra. Mr. Leong, you guess Gunabhatra is an Indian name or is a Xinjiang name? The way you feel? On the mic, Mr. Leong? Gunabhatra, like Indian?
I think it is a Sanskrit or something.
Okay, the Sanskrit, I think the translator should be Xinjiang. They call it as a Western region. They call it as a Saiwik. Let me show you a little bit. Because the purpose for our class also guide you to go to the original text. Because one day you have to rely on yourself to read the Dharma. So let's take a look. This is the China. So class, take a look. Here, this is Agama Sutra is originated from China, but basically the original text should be originated from either, to this Middle East or from Indian. And the translator, as what Mr. Leong said, the name is from the Sanskrit, so we need to say that it's probably is from Indian, because at that time, basically the monk, the monk who come from the China, not all from Indian, partial come from this part. Because Buddhism, once after Parinibbana of the Shakyamuni, Buddhism starts spreading to the Sea Beijing, it's a northwest part. Yeah, northwest part of the Indian. Northwest part of Indian in ancient includes Afghanistan and Pakistan, and also Kashmir and the Jammu. Okay, so this is the part. So basically, Chinese Buddhism, they are very close to the, northwest part of the Indian. So China have been greatly influenced by them. So from the original text, we have to guess. So it's supposed to be Gunabhatra, maybe from Sanskrit. And this is the year, Liu Song. This is the year. So when does it be translated? Yeah, class, we can try to search for it. Let's see. Let's take a look. Yes. So let's take a look. Okay, class, please off the mic. Off the mic, please. Okay, let's see. So we try to guess. It's about 420 years class. Because the name is starting with the Liu, so they call it as a Liu Song. It's about 5th century. So 50th century. No, 5th century. So meaning to say it's about 1,500 years ago. This is, this original text been translated. It's very long time ago. Okay. So class, you can see the number. This is the volume number 2. There's totally 100 volume, And this is the serial number from the Tripitaka. So for those who can understand, then once you click, you can go in to feel the 1,500 years ago Chinese. Okay, yes, you can read through. This is the sutra. So basically, if you read one by every word, it seems that you can understand. But you join all together, you don't know where it's about. Because 1,500 years ago Chinese, even I myself also cannot understand. Of course, you will feel difficult. But you have to try. You have to try. So we really appreciate the Chinese character. Not much change, even though 1,500 years ago. Okay, so this is about agama. But agama equivalent to the Nikaya. So you have to be really understand this because author refer a lot from all this type of the sutra. So we call it as a Nikaya. Basically, there's a totally fine Nikaya. Okay. Yes. If let's say I put the Nikaya and the Agama, maybe I can do this like this. Nikaya and Agama. So you see, Agama is the collection of the early Buddhist texts, you see. All right. And then you see, class, take a look. The 5 agamas together comprise the Sutta Nipata of the early Buddhist school, which had different recension of each agama. In the Pali canon of the Theravada, the term Nikaya is used, meaning to say that there's a lot of similarity between 2 of them. Okay. So class, today, if you are free after the class, please wiki this. Okay, agama. I just roughly read through this so to get the picture. I think I will have a further explanation once we go to the chapter 4 regards the agama and the nikaya. Okay. So you see the definition. Agama means what? Collection, assemblage, the class, and the group. It's very early stage. It's very early stage of the Buddhist text for both of it. Okay. Then one more is the Lotus Sutra. Okay. So class, let's take a look. This is the Lotus Sutra. Okay, the Sutra in Mandarin we call it as a Miao Fa Lian Hua Jing. Okay, basically this is very common in Mahayana tradition, and they used to chant. And surprisingly, we got one banana that can really chant. Even though it's very classical Chinese. Elena, it is correct. You have chanted before, right? Lotus Sutra. You see, even Elena, they also go to chant it. They got pinyin, right, Elena? Just follow the pinyin. You see, they try to chant. Okay, Lotus Sutra also about 1,500 years ago. More than that, it had been translated. Okay, if let's say you are enthusiastically to know it. Okay, so Lotus Sutra basically also you have to go to the Sipetta. Plus, you go to the Sipetta. But you have to know that the Mandarin, the name, we call it as Miao Fa Lian Hua Jing. Miao Fa Lian Hua Jing. This is very important sutra because basically the author guide us to Buddhahood is based on this sutra. Okay, so let's take a look. So Sipetta, okay, Tripitaka number 9 volume. So this is the serial number, all right. And then from here, this is the Kumaras Shiva. So class, he is not Indian, but is from Xinjiang. Kumarasu Shiva, all right. And then from this year's Yao Qing, it's about, I think, 4th century. About 4th century, Yao Qing. So he's the one who translate this. Okay, for those who are able to read the Mandarin, okay, so you can just go through it a little bit. You just click inside. You're surprised that you can understand it so easily, even though it has been translated more than 1,500 years ago. Why I recommend you to do so? The reason is the name of the Namo Guanxing Pusa is originated from this. Why everybody is so familiar with Namo Guanxing Pusa Guan Yin is due to this sutra. Basically, I think if your father, mother, if they join the Buddhist association, they used to do chanting. One of the Pumen Ping is originated from this sutra. Okay, so a class you can try to copy down. For those who understand Mandarin, please you can click inside and have a look. Okay, so this is the don't look at the preface directly. You will come 虚品 so you can try to go through it and understand it. Okay, for those banana, you may find lost, right? Oh no, you won't be lost. The reason is a city of 10,000 Buddha. They work hard for the translation, especially from the Chinese Mahayana text. Okay, so you can just type CTDB class to get the English version. For example, for this. Okay, so if you type a city of 10,000 Buddha, okay, CTDB is short form, all right. Then you type Lotus Flower Sutra, okay. Then you got the version already. Class, you see, CTDB, City of 10,000 Buddha, USA, okay. The wonderful Dharma Flower Sutra. Then you see, this is all the translation in English, totally 28 chapter. There's one, it's from the Guanyin, is the Bodhisattva Wondrous Sound, you see. The universal door of the Guanyin, Guanyin Bodhisattva, is the chapter number 25. It's the chapter number 25, where the name of a Guanyin is, why it is so common and popular, because most of the Mahayana prefer chant this chapter number 25, okay? So after the class, you can just go through as your extra homework. You just to learn extra more for yourself. Okay. So any problem? Okay. So that's the thing now. Okay, if let's say why I would like to introduce you Guanyin, the reason is if let's say you need somebody to talk to, I think Guanyin is the best person to talk. Okay, firstly, okay, she is exit. Bodhisattva is exit. Second, she won't respond to you. That's the most important thing. She doesn't respond you. If she respond you, you get scared, scary, right? Guanyin respond to you. So she doesn't respond you, and she never betray you. So you got somebody to talk. After you speak out everything, you feel comfortable. Right. I think she's supposed to be the best figure for you. Okay. And how do we know if you want to know her better? So from this sutra, you go deep. Oh, you know why Guanyin is so common, because everybody needs her. She can fulfill everybody's needs. That's the reason. How do we make the Buddhism sustain? Like what one Guan San say? Basically. Everybody got a problem, but maybe what you need is somebody to listen only. So Guanyin can really listen. So that's why she is so popular until now. Okay, now we go to the to the next paragraph. Yes, the three treasure. Then we go to the seeking refuge. Also, the first paragraph. Yes. Amanda, can you please read through this and also, to continue to the first paragraph after the verse. Yes, please, Amanda.
The three treasures represent the general principles of the Buddha Dharma, and taking refuge in them is the first step to entering the... Sifu can move to next page.
Yeah, Amanda, you can go through your notes also. Everything is in the notes. Yes.
Okay. The Buddhist path, the merits of the three treasures are countless, limitless, and inconceivable. But without taking refuge in them, one cannot receive and enjoy these merits. It is like staying outside the entrance to a park. One cannot appreciate the wonderful flowers and trees inside. If one resolves to study Buddhism, the first thing one should do, therefore, is take refuge in the three treasures. Seeking refuge. The sea of existence has no boundaries. The world is full of worry and suffering, flowing and turning, rising and falling. Is there no place of refuge and support? Sifu, to continue, is it? If one takes refuge, one must do so with sincerity. Consider the life or death situation of one who has fallen into the billowing waves of an ocean and cannot see the shore. Upon catching sight of a clump of seaweed or a patch of foam, one will reach out to grasp it, or hearing the sound of wind or birds, one will scream for help. With only the thought to live, one's wish to be safe is very deep, very sincere. If a ship passes by and sailor throw down ropes or life preservers, will one not instantly grab one and climb aboard the ship? The sincerity with which one seeks refuge should match this. Only then will one achieve the wonderful merits of taking refuge.
Okay, thank you so much. Please, Yong Xin, continue.
Consider the analogy of rising and falling in a sea of suffering. Sentient beings are the foundation of the world. They are living beings with emotions and consciousnesses. Every one of them has had a countless number of lives, and before being liberated from birth and death, every being will also have countless lives in the future. The continuum of sentient beings' life thus extend endlessly like an ocean without boundaries. The current life is but another wave in the ocean of lives. From the past to the present to the future, life goes on. This movement of time is called the world. In this world, sentient beings have much more suffering than happiness, and even happiness is followed by loss and suffering. The Buddha described this state as worry, sadness, suffering, and affliction, purely the accumulation of great suffering. Sentient beings are caught in the world as if in a whirlpool. Sometimes their heads are above the water, sometimes submerged. At one moment, they are born as divine beings, and then just as suddenly they fall into the hell realms or become animals or hungry ghosts. Sentient beings arise and descend and arise, constantly turning but never escaping. Is there any condition more painful and sadder than this?
Okay, thank you so much. We try to digest this few paragraph. This is how does the order begin. So according to the author, he said, this is our life, you see. Okay, like an ocean, you see. Okay, basically, if let's say you believe that there is a reincarnation meaning to say that when you pass away, you will be reincarnated to the next life, and next life. According to the Buddhism, we have countless past life, and we are going to have a countless future life. Okay, so meaning to say that it seems like endless, no matter past life or the future life. So meaning to say that if you really think that if you put yourself in this situation, it's really like an ocean, and you don't see any boundary. Okay, because in the ocean, we rise and fall, meaning to say that as what we encounter now. We got, life, sometimes there is a bitter, some there is a sweetness, there's some sweet, there was some bitter, but no matter sweet or bitter, no matter any glory or the defamation, you found that finally it will disappear, it will dissolve. So meaning to say that Buddhism basically, sometimes people they will say that, oh, you look very pessimistic. Okay, yeah, it sounds pessimistic. Everything is impermanent, everything is a suffering. But the real definition for the impermanent and suffering, meaning to say that no matter good or bad, it will disappear. Even though this is bad, also will disappear. Good also disappear. This is, if you always, for those who are enlightened for this phenomenon, they will come to the religions. If for you, it's still very enjoy, you found that everything is good, and you have never experienced any suffering, well, if this is your experience, so you are not the one, you would aim for learning Buddhism. The person who comes for learning Buddhism, basically they want to look for something, maybe can explain what they are experiencing now. Okay, so according to the Buddhism, we say that everything is subject to change. That is the truth. Okay, so that is the meaning here. So a life is like an ocean. Okay. Then now we go to the next paragraph. Okay. Yes, Yi Xian, can you please read it out? Okay.
When people actually fall into the sea and battered by the waves, fear for their lives, they call out for help. So why do sentient beings rising and falling in the cruel sea of birth and death not seek help and protection to reach the other shore, liberation? When one thinks about this, the desire to seek refuge and protection will well up with sincerity and urgency. But what is the real place for refuge and support? One cannot use seaweed or foam as life preserver. Seeking the refuge in things of this world. Accumulations of wealth and riches can be lost. Those with fame and high status can fall. Those who are together may be scattered. Those who are born must die. The well-governed state will fall into chaos. The world once formed faces destruction. Of the pleasures and certainties of life, none can be relied upon. Some people do not know to seek refuge, while some do know but mistakenly believe in false teachers and non-Buddhists. Why do some not seek refuge? Because they are stubbornly attached to the affairs of this world, considering them meaningful and full of good fortune and happiness. When their situation becomes critical, however, they wake up from their rosy dreams in sorrow and disappointment. But by then it is too late. There are many worldly things to which people are attached, but they can be categorized into 6 major groups. The accumulation of wealth and riches. Some people think that finances come first, that with money they can do anything. They even say money makes the world go round. They do not realize that no matter how rich they become, their wealth will eventually be consumed. Do not think that it is because they are not skillful in management or that they are wasteful. Actually, no one has complete power over wealth. With regard to this, the Buddha said wealth is possessed by 5 groups. These groups are floods, fires, thieves, evil rulers and bad children, any one of which can instantly consume one's riches. Furthermore, preserving one's accumulated wealth entails all kinds of worry and suffering. Wealth can sometimes cause disastrous suffering. At the end of the Ming Dynasty in China, the conquering Li Chuang entered Beijing. He used torture devices such as clamping sticks and head hooks on rich government officials to extract gold and silver from them. Their wealth was taken. Their legs were broken. Their skulls were cracked. And in some cases, their lives were lost. And under the tyrannical rule of the Chinese communists, those who possessed capital and money were persecuted. Not just the very wealthy, but even those who had only a 1-acre field and cow. Sometimes their families, their wives and children were also attacked. These persecutors are good examples of what the Buddha described as thieves and evil rulers. Can people really say that they can always have their way when they have money?
Yeah, thank you so much, Yixian. You can read so well. Are you an English teacher? You're an English teacher. Oh, you can read so well. Okay. Yeah, class, before I forgot, I should begin here. I sent you our sketch for the chapter number 1. All right. So we begin with the development of the faith and taking refuge in the triple gem. All right. So in stage 1, there's a sincere arousing of the mind to take refuge. We need to say that we have to truly knowing the world, suffering of the world, and arising of the mind that earnestly seek a place of refuge. So class, I mean to say that this is the stage 1, and stage 2 is searching for a place of refuge and undergoing rounds of and the decision making. Class, basically from now onwards, we will try to let you know what we basically rely on. Okay, and it is considered a wrong belief. This is something, that is a wrong belief. And from here, we'll discuss about it. Number 1 is about the money. Okay, class, basically, we don't deny money is necessary. Everybody, all of us, we need the money. Here, the meaning is, if let's say you use money as your sole rely, okay, or sole rely, maybe until you die, you hope that you can rely on the money permanently until the moment you die. You say it is wrong. We can discuss about this. Okay, first of all, if let's say one day you are Bill Gates or you are Warren Buffett, do you still need some more money for you if you in their situation? Especially you are waiting for the moment of die. Yes, SJ, what do you think? SJ, yes. Now we go to the extreme, not our present moment. Everybody need money. Okay, if you are the Bill Gates, all right, you need some more money once you die.
No.
No. Yes. Okay. Do you think Bill Gates have? Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of the Facebook. Do you think they have too much money that they have? Do you think so?
I don't think they will say they have too much money because money is never enough.
Okay. Why? Okay, never mind. I put you in their situation. Why do you think so?
I don't know, because for me, I feel that money, as long as enough for you to stay alive, like have your basic necessity, then that should be okay.
Okay, very good.
If I'm in Bill Gates' shoe, if I were him, then I don't think I need to continue make extra more money.
Yeah, no need, right? Okay. Maybe Helen, you can comment also. I think you got a lot of clients, maybe very, very rich. Okay, what their need further actually, and how do they feel? Yeah, Helen, I'll try to comment on this.
Comments on if I'm Bill Gates, then whether I will.
Bill Gates, or maybe your client who is very rich. You encountered them, right? Yes.
Yeah. But wait. You want me to share some example of my clients or?
Okay, it's up to you. Yeah. Finally, just let us know what it is.
But for my own, if I were that rich, then I will just stop working. Then I will go to do some meaningful things like maybe charities or help others.
Why do you think that you need some more money? I mean, until you die. To accompany you to die. Why you don't think so? Maybe for Bill Gates.
Maybe Bill Gates. He has a dream. Maybe he wants to be the first in the world. Or maybe he wants to develop more technology to others. Maybe this is his dream, not only money.
Do you think can he use the money to develop the technology so that he can permanently stay in the world? Is it possible?
Permanently, no one can stay in the world forever. Not even our Wong Xiong.
Yeah. That's true.
They have a pill. They got Chong one pill. They call what? Chong Sambat Lo.
Yeah. Stay long life.
I don't think everyone can stay like more than 100 years in the world. 100 or 150. I think no one can make it.
Yeah. Okay, you see, basically, SJ and also Helen said the same thing. They said not necessary to have extra more money if let's say you are already like as rich as the Bill Gates. Okay, and one thing is that if let's say you are so wealthy, okay, maybe no need like a Bill Gates. Maybe you just like you got a millions dollar or what I mean you think who are going to target you? You think what is so vulnerable? I mean, which part? You think who are going to target you if let's say you are so rich? Yes, Amanda, you think who will target you if you are so rich? Nowadays, okay.
I think nowadays it's those scammers who will make fake calls and then try to cheat my money.
Yeah, they might target you, all right. Who else will target you if you are the millions? Okay. Besides the scammer,
Besides scammers, yes, of course, the thieves. Yeah, normally it's thieves, very common.
The thief,
yeah.
Oh, thief, where do you keep the money? And the thief will come to take the money from you.
Yeah.
Now, where do you keep your money? You really keep money in your house, You worry for the thief, you didn't keep money digitally.
Yeah.
Worry for the digital thief. You worry.
Not really, because I'm not really go for Facebook, this kind of social media. I don't go.
You mean you just keep...
I'm not even have an account for Facebook, okay?
Yes, so you keep all your money, you keep all your money into the Milo tin. Yes, you still do that. Okay, well, why do we discuss this? Because just now, according to the text, he said the money is vulnerable, and you might be target, right? Because especially in ancient time, the water is, if there's a flood, there's a fire, all your money will gone. So nowadays it could be scammer. I think maybe how about kidnapping? Nowadays is kidnapping so common compared with the scammer? It's still common, right? If you're rich, you worry, maybe my grandchildren or children will be kidnapped, all right? Okay, so this is something you might worry. What else you might worry? Gambling? Nowadays, if you're so rich, what are you worried some more?
You won't have good sleep lah, or you worry your business will go down one day, or or market share down, so
okay. So Kamling, you mean if let's say you invest in the share market or stock market or what, you will worry about that.
Yeah.
Maybe it will go down, something like that no matter which it seems the market is so volatile.
Yeah.
It depends on whether you do investment or speculation. It depends also but meaning to say that nowadays the people what make people worry could be this part. Your money is vulnerable to all this the market whether it's go ups and down. Okay, so besides this what do you worry some more? Check, okay? If you are millionaires, okay?
Then see where you put your money. You put in bank, then banker will come ask you buy the structural product, all this. If you buy the gold, then you like Ang Hock See lah, you scare the thief will come over.
Okay. And also maybe you worry for the wrong investment, right? Now a lot of lucrative, excessively, how to say, it's very lucrative return, which is the fake investment. You might worry also. Okay. You want to make it become safe, and maybe even you put to the EPF. Many years ago, the people think, maybe some politician will just misuse our EPF fund. You see, we worry about that if you get the news. So meaning to say that nowadays, if you got money, this is what you worry for. And finally, if you hope that money can 100% give you the sense of security, it seems it's not that reliable. You hope the money can protect you until you die. You feel safe and secure until you die. Not that really.
Put with seafood, maybe. After the lesson, will be give back to us.
What you say? Sorry.
I think just pass the money to you. Then after the lesson, we can get back.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first one we discussed. Okay, now we go to the next. It's about the second, faith and the high status. Okay, Guan Yu, can you read it out? Guan San, sorry, Guan San, yes.
Yes. Okay. I can't see. Fame and high status. People love these blindly. When they are in power and things are going smoothly, they feel that they can control everything. The high must fall, however. Hitler entered Munich triumphantly, but the night before the fall of Berlin, he was at his wits' end and committed suicide. Stalin ruled the Soviet Union for 30 years and received much glory. But soon after he died, he was severely criticized by his followers. In Buddhist biographical literature, there is a King Mudajaraja who united the 4 continents and then rose to the Tusita heaven to manage the heavenly palace with the sovereign Sakra. But in the end, King Mudaraja fell down to human realm and died in distress. Even the god Sakra, who claimed to be the Lord of heaven and earth and the father of humans, was unable to escape being reborn from the wombs of donkeys and horses. High position is temporary and undependable.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, Mr. Leong finished. Please thumb up, Mr. Leong. You're frozen, Mr. Leong. Okay, class. Second is about the faith and the high status. Okay. Okay, class. If let's say you really concerned over our political movement or development in our country, okay. So you think all the politicians they work for us as a rakyat or they work for the fame? Everybody struggle the post of the prime minister. Everybody claim that they want to serve us. Do you think actually it's for the fame or for the power or really for us? You think they're more for the fame is number one, or you think they really work for us number two? Can you vote now? Yeah, number one.
Number one.
You see, everybody vote number one. You see, no people believe them, But anyway, I think why people so addicted to the power because they get the joy from the power addiction. Maybe something we don't understand. Once you become the prime minister, you just can do whatever you want. I think quite hard for us to understand. But this power really make people so love it blindly or as accordingly. And this type of fame, maybe once you get it, you found that it is so powerful. Okay, but anyway, the power cannot accompany you until the moment you die. Because from the text, it mentioned we know that, especially from the the god of the Deva Sakra. The Sakra is a quite high status. In the heaven, their status is very high. But one day he discovered that he might be reincarnate, become a donkey. You see, but he can't avoid it, even though your status is very high. Because where to reincarnate, it depends on your karma. Your karma is so forceful to make you to become that donkey. Even King Sakra, you can't do anything. Okay, and also a good one example is about this one. This was a King Mudajara, King Mudaja Raja. This King Mudaja Raja, in Mandarin we call it as a Sei Dai Tin Wang who unite the 4 continents also. Okay, so this is King Mudaja Raja. I want to get something from it. Okay, this is second. We understand that faith and the high status is not enough to guarantee us. Then number 3, okay, yes. Yokwa, can you please read it out? Yokwa, number 3.
The togetherness of beloved families, parents and children, and husbands and wives are full of domestic warmth. Deep friendships can be established at school between teachers and students or among classmates, and in society among co-workers. When people share similar aspirations and help one another, human beings are social animals. If families can live together and good friends work cooperatively, this is most ideal and comforting. Nevertheless, loved ones become enemies, and no matter how close people become, eventually they will be separated. When the movement to separate forever arises, people have to abandon their parents, spouse, or children and go their separate ways. And then who takes care of home?
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, I don't realize you can speak so good English. shall I know who really enjoy unite with your own family member? Please throw your hand. Social. You are animal of social. Okay, many people put up your hand. Oh, I think it's quite contradictory. Am I right? Just now you all put up a hand. You said that, oh, human is so troublesome. And yet now you put up a hand. You say, oh, you enjoy to unite in uniting with family member. So you see a class. This is our contradiction. Okay, once you really, undeniably, we should have a good relationship with our family member, okay, and also maybe the close friend. We need it, all right. But the problem is they also cannot accompany us. If let's say the moment we are going to die, no people can accompany you. Who need the karma only? Of course, we say so. We just want to remind that no matter how good you run the relationship, even though it's necessary to run a good relationship, but you can't you can't solely dependent on it the moment you die. Okay, but of course we have to appreciate at the present moment who are the person who we gather. All right, we must have a good relationship. That's why if let's here we see a lot of quite a couple here, right? Like Mrs. Leong, Helen and Guan and Yo. Well, it is encouraging. It is good for you to upgrade the relationship between husband and wife to the body spouses. Meaning to say that each of you encourage each other in cultivation. Well, and also, this is good. The reason is if you upgrade it, become a body spouse, meaning to say that spiritual spouse, that is, this is more helpful, especially, because how should I put it? If let's say the moment you pass away, but your spouse, they contribute partial for your spiritual upgrading, you see. So that will be more meaningful. Because if now after learning Buddhism, if you build up the relationship, maybe it still depends on maybe buying the food, the clothes to your spouse. Meaning to say that this is something is still in the material level. You can upgrade it become to the spiritual level after learning the Buddhism. So this is why we call that the spouse, we call it as a body spouse. Once they marry and encourage each other spiritually and in the Buddhism way. That is more meaningful compared you just keep on provide material only. Of course, it's still necessary, but if you just provide the material only, so it doesn't really fulfill people the last moment. Okay, so I think that is the